Hi, this is John Townsend. I want to talk to you about anxiety. It's one of the sort of most common emotions or troublesome and difficult emotions people face in the world these days, is what the research says, and there's a lot to it. And we all get anxious about something, so I want to give you sort of an understanding of it so you can be more competent in how you can experience and deal with it. The best way to understand anxiety is it's an emotion of avoiding a problem when you feel out of control. You're trying to avoid a problem and you don't feel like you got a good sense of control. Anxiety is a control emotion. Now, what happens physically when you have anxiety? If you have it, sometimes you can feel your heart beating faster, respiration goes up. You can feel, blood rushing to your head and these sorts of things, and all that is your body's way of building up to go avoid something. I mean, when you're, you know, uh, walking down the street and a car gets too close to the sidewalk, you jump back because your body just very quickly puts you into action. You moved away from it. Anxiety is a good thing, and it means that you're kind of paying attention to solve a problem. Now, there's different kinds of anxiety disorders. There's generalized anxiety disorder where you pretty much have this steady state, always feeling jumpy and jittery, and sometimes that's an anxiety. It's hard to find out what we're anxious about. Like, I'm anxious about the weather. I'm anxious about money. I'm anxious about health, relationships. There's sort of what you would call a free-floating anxiety that's inside you, looking for a context. Is it money? Is it relationship? Is it health or whatever? It's always there, and it generally has to do with some sense of being out of control in some part of your life. Another one is panic attacks, when a person feels like they're going to have a heart attack, like their heart's going to burst, they feel like they're going to die. By the way, no one ever really died of a panic attack. It's just something you've got to take care of and get help for. Then there's post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, when there's anxiety about something in the past, an overwhelming experience, a traumatic experience where bad things happen to you, and there's lots of anxiety there. And then there are phobias, and phobias when you have what's called an irrational focused anxiety about something. You see a little rabbit, and why would you freak out about a rabbit? Or going outside, agoraphobia, or flying in planes, acrophobia, and this sort of thing. But the best way to understand if you're feeling an anxiety that won't go away, because you need the healthy anxiety, right? I want to, if the car's coming my way in the sidewalk, I need that anxiety. But the anxiety there, like the four types I mentioned there, if they're troubling you, it's really helpful to think, okay, what am I not in control of that I want to get control of, or what am I not controlling? For example, suppose I'm in a relationship and someone is being not nice to me, and maybe in my job or my work, somebody's being unkind or judging me or whatever, and I feel anxious about that. Well, if I'm trying to fix that person and make them like me, I'll stay anxious forever, because you can't make anybody like you. So you got to say, I'm trying to control somebody's response to me. I can only control myself. Like the book of Galatians in chapter 5, in the fruit of the Spirit says, the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, self-control. It never said other control. So stop trying to control other people's responses to you. Take care of yourself. Take guardianship of yourself, but that will decrease anxiety. But also, take control of the things that you can take control of. If I'm in a place where I'm not being treated right and things aren't going that fair, I might have to say, I need to get myself out of this situation. This isn't good for me, and that will decrease the anxiety too. One of the best sort of statements ever invented, next to the Bible, about anxiety, it really is the Serenity Prayer, where it was written by a theologian named Niebuhr, where it says, to help me to change the things that I can, in other words, have control over the things I have control over, not try to change the things I cannot, like somebody else's reaction or the weather, and the wisdom of the difference. If you repeat that Serenity Prayer, that will really help. So 1-800-NEW-LIFE for any kind of problems with anxiety, relationships, or anything else. We want to be there for you.